speed in the lane, still getting it.
What's up, guys? This is Haterade back with my third Pokemon online battle. It's another NU battle with that team I've really been liking. Now, checking out the team preview, I'm thinking he's going to lead with the Electrode. I mean, they're fast and they're really good with taunt and everything. So I'm just going to start off with my Bastiodon because I can wall that thing all day, possibly get up my rocks, if not launch off a Stone Edge. But he actually predicts that lead and leads with a Rapidash. That's fine by me. I'm just going to switch in Chubby Funster, which can usually take hits from a Rapidash all day. This Rapidash fires off a Hypnosis, which I really was not expecting. I'm going to switch into NBZ, my Altaria, as he goes for Hidden Power Ice, which that really caught me off guard. And I go for the Heal Bell just to cure the sleep on my Alomomola. Now I'm going to switch in my Bastiodon, which can wall this thing pretty well. And he might have the taunt, but I decide to go for rocks anyway, and I do get them up. Now he switches into Caracosta. I was thinking it was probably the Shell Smash variant. I switched my Chubby Funster just to see what's gonna happen, and he goes for a Waterfall, which does basically nothing to my Alomomola. So I fire off a Toxic, which misses, and he goes for a Curse, revealing that he is the Curse variant, which is not as threatening to my team as the Shell Smash variant. He switches out, predicting another Toxic, and goes into Kadabra, which, due to its Magic Guard ability, takes no damage other than direct attacks. I switch in Big Meech to wall that thing. You know, it's a really good special wall. And, yeah, I'm just, at this point, I predict a switch, so I go for the Roar, and I'm just going to do what Big Meech does best. That is phase around his team. Electrode is not threatening at all to my Bastiodon. He goes for a Volt Switch, which is fine as I go for another Roar. And switching in his Rapidash was really a poor play in my opinion, because that thing's going to take 25% from the Stealth Rocks. If I were him, I would have switched in the Kadabra first, predicting the Roar. That way it wouldn't take any damage due to the Magic Guard. And I fire off a Stone Edge. It crits the Kadabra, which I'm not really sure if that mattered, but anyway, he sends in his Rapidash again, and he's going to fire off a Hypnosis at my Alomomola. That's fine. Going to switch in NVZ here, as he goes for a Morning Sun, bringing himself back up to full, and he's going to hit me with a Flare Blitz, which I resist, and I'm going to be able to get off a Roost. So, doing pretty well on my Altaria right now, and I believe I go for another Roost to get back up to full, as he switches in Electrode, which is very threatening to me with the super effective Hidden Power Ice. And I'm going to switch into Chubby Funster to take that really well. And I was pretty surprised that he didn't just go right out for a Volt Switch or a T-Bolt, which would have done a lot of damage, but I stay in trying to burn off the sleep turns as he switches in Muck. Now, Muck would be a pretty good counter to a normal Toxic Stalling Alomomola, but my set I run Soak, which it's going to turn him into a Water type, meaning I can get Toxic on him, which is really, really awesome. It's great against Poison types and Steels, and yeah. It also gets rid of Stab, which is really nice. Anyway, I'm going to fire off a Toxic. He switches into Electro to take that, which is honestly fine. I'm just going to Protect to wear him down a little bit more as he goes for the T-Bolt, which is pretty obvious. And I believe I switch back out to Bastiodon to take that T-Bolt really well. So he does fire off another T-Bolt. You know, that Electrode is pretty defensive, but I'm just going to sack my Big Meech here, let it die as Death Fodder, and the Toxic is going to take it down to a really low amount of damage that I can easily just protect, and yeah, he'll just die from the poison. So it's 5-on-5 right now. It's looking pretty good. I've been able to keep a lot of pressure on his pokes, and he sends in Gothitelle, I guess. Gothette, something like that. I just go for a Toxic on it as he goes for a T-Wave, which is not a big deal at all to my Alomomola. I mean, it's not, you know, I don't really need speed very much. I'm going to Protect just to continue to Toxic Stall and wear down on that as it goes for a Calm Mind, which is a little bit threatening. I'm glad I've already got a Toxic, however, so you know, it can't be wreaking havoc for too long. I switch in NVZ, and the Psychic, you know, is pretty, I take it really well. Altaria is extremely specially defensive. He gets a crit on the Psychic, which really made my life a little more difficult. I'm going to start roaring again, just to phase out his team, and I predict, I mean, my Alomomola can wall this thing for days. It doesn't have Wild Charge, so I'm able to just always switch it in. I mean, that was a crit, and it, you know, did 25%. Now with Morning Sun, he's going to be able to completely, you know, recover all that damage from the Stealth Rocks, and that's where not having Waterfall is a little bit of a downfall of this Alomomola set, but I still prefer it to, still prefer to have Soak on it. Now I get up a Wish as he switches back in the Gothulette, and he's going to start Calm Minding again. I am not worried, because this thing is honestly going to be worn down by Toxic pretty soon. I believe I just get the Para Hacks there, which really sucks, as he goes for another Calm Mind. This time I'm going to Soak it just to get rid of its stab. That was my main reasoning there. So now it's basically like nullifying one of his Calm Mind boosts on the offensive side. So that's nice. I go for Protect to continue to wear him down with that Toxic. As you can see, it's really racking up. And yeah, I mean, Chubby Funster doing what he does best. I go for a Wish there. I do get paralyzed. It sucks, but it's not, you know, that big of a deal. I mean, this thing is bulky, and I'm getting tons of recovery with the leftovers. Caracosta is going to come in, try to curse on me, and I'm not going to have any of that. Going to throw down a Toxic on it real quick. And yeah, I mean, this is just a great example of how strong of a Pokemon Alomomola is. I'm really loving it. Predicting the Stone Edge. I didn't predict the Stone Edge, but whatever. I just sacrificed my Altaria, switch in, to get a safe switch in for my Pinsir. Now, God, Caracosta is bulky as hell, man. I mean, I thought that close combat would take it out, even though he has +1 defense, but wasn't enough, so he's going to be able to take out my Pinsir. Kind of sucks. Now it's down to a Alomomola versus his Muck. He has one other Pokemon, but for now I'm just trying to Toxic Stall this thing. So I Soak it. It loses its stab, so its Gunk Shot is not going to do as much, but most importantly, I will be able to Toxic it. Unfortunately, I missed Toxic on that turn, which, you know, it sucks, but my Alomomola is pretty beast. It's going to be able to take hits for days. So, I go for the Protect here to wear down the Muck a little bit more, and to gain a little bit of HP back with my leftovers. Now, I really don't understand why he's going for Shadow Sneak. Went for Shadow Sneak there, because I am paralyzed. He doesn't really need to outspeed me by anything, but anyway, he's down to his last Pokemon, which is the Rapidash, and it does outspeed me, so he's going to take out my Butterfree, but it's nice because it's racking up a lot of recoil and toxic damage. But what I could have done is just gone right into my Basculin anyway and finish it off with a Choice Banded Aqua Jet priority. So there you go. That was a 46 turn battle. I mean, that is quite long. But anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the content. Subscribe for more. Peace out.